Will the Mountaineers have frog legs for dinner and make Coach Gary Patterson cry? Or will the Horned Frogs hop all over the Mountaineers in Fort Worth? Stay tuned to find out. What is up, college football fans and fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Couz, and welcome to another edition of Couz's Corner, your go-to channel for college sports with a heavy dose of West Virginia Mountaineers. Before I get into the show, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers and supporters, Huffer Billy Paul. Huffer Billy, I really appreciate your support, man. I really appreciate all the kind words you've sent me, and I appreciate you promoting my channel to other people and really spreading the word about me. It means a lot. And for those who haven't, hit that red subscribe button. It's free to do. It doesn't cost you a thing. And also give me that thumbs up button. Both of those things really help me out and will really help my channel grow. And also, don't forget to leave comments. At the end of the video, let me know in the comments. I'm going to give you my score prediction at the end. Let me know what you think about it and give me your score prediction as well. Are the Mountaineers going to have frog legs for dinner and make Gary Patterson cry again like he's been crying all year about something? The guy cries. Never seen a coach cry as much as Gary Patterson. Him and Lincoln Riley are running a close race for who cries the most. Give me a break. This week he was crying in the media that they're being too negative. We went on a big rant. You make like $7 or $8 million a year. This is what you signed up for. If you can't take a little bit of criticism, then you probably need to find another job. But I digress. The interesting part about this game, you've got strength on strength. You've got a good West Virginia defense against a really good TCU offense. You've got a really bad TCU defense and a really bad West Virginia offense. You've got a great running game in TCU against a great defensive line of West Virginia. So which groups are going to win these battles? That's going to be the keys of this game. TCU's running game with Zach Evans and Kendra Miller. Man, these two guys are dynamic. Both of them average number 7 yards a carry. Evans averaging 8 yards a carry. Then you got Max Duggan, a quarterback who can also hurt you with his feet. He's throwing the ball pretty well this year. He's not turning the ball over. He's 95 for 146, which is 14.2 yards per completion, which is good for 12th nationally. He's thrown for 1,349 yards, 13 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. When you compare that to West Virginia's defense, who's not forcing turnovers, could make for a long day if West Virginia's not able to change that. Then you got wide receiver, Quentin Johnston. Only has 19 catches on the year, but it's for 355 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's averaging 18.7 yards per catch this year. That's the guy will burn you deep, and he'll make a big play on you like that. So West Virginia's defense has got to play disciplined football. They got to cover this guy, and they got to keep him in front of them. Well, and they got 2 other receivers that have double-digit catches as well. Tay Barber, Darius Davis. Both of those guys are good receivers as well. So TCU's got weapons all over the field. West Virginia's got to bring their A game on defense. They've got to bring the defense that played against Virginia Tech in the first half, second half of Texas Tech, and the Oklahoma game. That's the defense we need to show up. We don't want the defense that showed up at Baylor or the one that showed up in the first half of Texas Tech. Those defenses will give up 50 in this game, if not more, because TCU's offense is that good. TCU is 20th nationally in total offense. They're averaging 460 yards per game. So this is arguably the best offense West Virginia has played so far this year. And maybe end up being the best they play all season. We'll see. So the defense definitely has to bring their A game. Now, let's look at the opposite side of the ball. TCU's defense is 112th nationally in total defense. Not good. But on the other hand, West Virginia's offense, 85th nationally, so not much better. West Virginia has the worst running game in the Big 12, one of the worst nationally. Now, TCU's not stopping the run well, but so far, West Virginia's played other teams that are weak stopping the run and still haven't been able to run the ball. So, how much difference is it really going to make? We'll see. Lady Brown needs to have a big game if West Virginia has a chance to win this football game. Because it'll help them, not only will they get yards and points, but it'll help them chew up clock, keep TCU's explosive offense off the field, and give West Virginia's defense some rest. because as we all know, West Virginia don't have much depth on the defensive side of the ball. Here's one thing that scares me that I read. Apparently in Gary Patterson's press conference, he said he was going to start taking over the play calling duties for the defense. We all know Gary Patterson's a great play caller. He's one of the best in the game. And he hasn't been calling the defensive plays, and he says that they're going to blitz more. That worries me a little bit, because I think that one with Gary Patterson taking over the play calling duties, I don't think that 112th ranked defense is going to play like a 112th ranked defense. I think you're going to see a better performance out of them. I really do, because Gary Patterson is a phenomenal defensive coach, and he puts a lot of pressure on offensive staffs. Because if you get good yardage or hit them with a big play one time in a game, it won't happen again because he makes such good adjustments. So the offensive staff's going to have to really dig deep into their playbook. And I think Garrett Green's going to play a big factor in this game, because if Patterson does blitz more, like he said, West Virginia has given up a lot of sacks this year. They're one of the worst in the nation in allowing sacks. So I think with Garrett Green, Garrett Green's feet may come into play this week. And I'm hoping Garrett can pass the ball a little better than he has been, because we might need him to scramble and make some plays outside the pocket if he can. If TCU is going to blitz a lot, we also need Letty Brown and the backs to step up and block well, and we need the tight ends, Banks and O'Loughlin, to also block well and to keep the pass rush off of Daggy and Green. So here's my 3 keys. If West Virginia has a chance to win this game, they have to stop TCU's running game, or at least limit it. Not allow them to hit any big plays. They have to establish the run themselves to keep TCU's offense off the field. And they've got to be able to keep the TCU defense out of the West Virginia backfield and off of Daggy and Green. Those are the 3 keys, in my opinion. If West Virginia can do those 3 things, on number 4, there's a 4th one, turnovers. West Virginia's defense has got to force some turnovers. They've not been doing that well this year. They need to get a couple of interceptions or a couple of fumble recoveries to flip the field, take pressure off this offense, because it's been struggling and needs all the help it can get from the defense. And the defense even though the defense has been solid in a lot of areas, they've not done well at forcing turnovers. So my prediction: I've been burned picking my Mountaineers, and I hate to pick against West Virginia because I love them. They're my team. And if I pick with my heart, I'll always pick West Virginia to win the game. But I'm going to pick with my head this game. And I just think West Virginia's offense is too sluggish, has been too sluggish. I just don't see them making that much improvement in one bye week. And even though TCU's defense isn't very good, I think they're going to be better this week with Gary Patterson calling the plays. I don't think West Virginia's going to be able to run the ball real well. I think it's going to make us one-dimensional, which means Gary Patterson will just have his guys pin their ears back and go right after the quarterback. That's not going to end well. And I predict TCU wins the game by 2 touchdowns, 38-24. They're only favored by 4.5, believe it or not. But it's at TCU. TCU's offense has been phenomenal, and I do think West Virginia's defense, will play decent. But I think the defense is just going to get worn down, because I don't think the offense is going to be able to move the ball, because they just haven't proven they can consistently. So I'm picking TCU. As much as this hurts me to do, I'm picking TCU to win the game 38-24. I'm trying to be realistic. Don't let TCU's record fool you, because their offense is absolutely phenomenal. And West Virginia's defense, to me, looks like they're regressing a little bit. I think they've got so much. I think offensive staffs now have enough on film of West Virginia's defense that they're able to game plan against them, and they know what their weaknesses are, and they're able to exploit those. So I think that's going to hurt West Virginia's defense in the second half of the season. I still think our defensive line will have a good game, and we'll probably control our running game to an extent, but I think Duggan and those receivers will hurt us in the passing game. So let me know what you think about my score prediction. Let me know if you think that's realistic. Let me know your score prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I hope my Mountaineers can pull this game out. I hope they can flip the script second half of the year and come out and look like a whole different football team and go win some football games, because these last couple weeks have been tough. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs down if you didn't like it. And watch this video right here on my breakdown of the USC Notre Dame game. Until next time.